Not Josh. That is not Josh, Renee. That is not Josh. Oh my gosh, I have chills all over me, guys. This is not a joke. I'm creeped. If you're new to the channel, you might be wondering, oh my gosh, never pinch a lavalier mic onto your nipple. You might be wondering, wow, J-Mark, that's a lot of pillows behind you. Yes, I wanted to be comfortable. You also might be wondering, how do you get your mustache to look so beautiful? I'll have to touch on that later in another video, but that's a great question. That makes me feel good. Thank you for bringing that up. One or two of you might be wondering, does he always record videos shirtless? I'll give you a little peek behind the curtain. When you get to an influencer of my status, you have to constantly shake things up to keep the audience surprised. Also, I just turned the AC off, so in about 5 minutes, it's gonna get pretty hot in here. This channel is a comedy channel for movie fans. Whoops. Ow. Cinephiles that love to chuckle, you know, that take films seriously but not take themselves so seriously. If that's you, you're in the right place. Click that subscribe button. Or don't. But at least finish this video, I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna be rewatching Insidious. Little fun fact for you. Insidious was actually the first horror movie that I ever watched, so this is a special film to me. A few years later, I showed it to my then girlfriend, now wife. She wasn't able to sleep for a few days, but now she appreciates this series. In rewatching this film, will I laugh more than I did the first time? Will I cry more than I did the first time? Will I be scared more than I was the first time? Who knows? It's all happening in real time. I really hope that this tape doesn't rip out. Maybe it shouldn't freak me out as much as it does, but this opening is one of the top 3 horror openings that I think of quite often. Oh wow, sweating down my arm right now. If you're watching this in 4K, then you get to see that in its magnificent glory. Gosh, hate that. Why did that opening scare me so much the first time I watched it? You see what looks like the outline of an old lady through the window. It's the equivalent of like that scene from Home Alone where the statues and the cardboard cutouts are jingling all the way behind the windows to deter the burglars. I don't know why I was freaked out so much by it. But I will say this woman in black, this black bride, is one of those horror creatures that really freaks me out. If you want to be my favorite subscriber, do not do what I'm about to suggest. But if you want to scare me and cause me to go a week without sleep, dress up as the Black Bride and then walk into my bedroom. Such a creepy little opening. One of the Amazon trivia bits that popped up was that this movie was filmed in 3 weeks. That is nuts. For how iconic this film has become and how successful it was. The fact that it was only filmed in 3 weeks, oh my gosh, I have sweat. I have sweat. Hold on. Can you see the sweat dripping down me? I don't know if you can, but it is dripping down me a lot. Man, it's like the first film I saw Patrick Wilson in. I might have seen Phantom of the Opera first. I'll let you guess which film I liked better. It was this one. Oh, so nasty. I have streams of sweat dripping down my arms right now. I want to turn on the AC, but I don't want the AC to be in the background of audio of this video, so I'm sparing you guys. This is a sacrifice I'm making for you. They have matching pajamas. I didn't notice that before. They've got matching pajamas. I love matching pajamas. Oh, what was that? No pictures of your father. I feel like that's a detail that'll come into play later. Maybe she should tip the ladder over, like put the ladder on the floor, just in case.
Gotta put him in the dining room. Come on, baby, go.
Not in the dining room.
Why is that baby being a little turd? That baby's probably getting paid millions of dollars to be in this film, and it won't stop crying. Boinked his head. Pretty normal thing to happen. Kids boink their head all the time. Hearing ghost entities in the attic, though, not so normal.
Honey, you cannot come up here, okay?
Dalton, you idiot! Don't you dare climb up that ladder. I cared so much about this family the first time I watched it. I remember thinking, I'm scared, I'm on edge this whole film, but I care about this family so much, I want to watch the whole film to see what happens to them. So Insidious definitely accomplished its job in that respect, and making you care about the characters so much so that a non-horror lover at the time liked it.
She wrote a song about me.
They're all about you.
Yeah, like how cool I am. Like, he's the coolest guy.
No.
Yeah.
Smooth moves, Patrick Wilson. Well, I guess not smooth enough. It looks like they still have clothes on.
Dalton, come on, buddy. Gotta get ready for school.
Dalton, obey your father.
Hey.
Dalton, you're being disobedient.
Dalton!
There is no brain damage.
Dalton's a little high maintenance. You can't leave him alone in an attic on a ladder. You can't count on him to not get a coma. I'm telling you, Foster is my favorite kid. 3 months later. I forgot that so much time has passed in this film. Dalton, your mom was trying to write her music. Dalton, why'd you have to be a little attention whore? Now she can't work on her music. Actually, maybe she can work on her music a lot even easier now because maybe you're lower maintenance. Actually, Dalton, maybe that was a selfless act of you getting yourself into a coma. Where'd the guy go? Definitely sounded like a guy. That did not sound like a woman, unless she had a very deep voice. It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible for a female ghost to have a deep voice. It's certainly possible.
What's this?
An award.
Foster! You just got an award, buddy? Foster, dude, how can I like you any more? You're quiet, you're not high maintenance, you got an award. Dalton can't even remain in a calm, submissive state when he's in a coma. Dalton, are there no depths to your selfishness? You can't just be like a normal kid in a coma, Dalton. You gotta be a kid in a coma that walks around in his sleep. How do you think that makes your parents feel, Dalton? More importantly, how do you think that makes Foster feel? Not great.
What the hell is that?
Mr. and Mrs. are trying to have a nice little conversation, and I don't know what asshole is trying to interrupt them. For those of you wondering, I have seen the first film a few times, and I've seen the second film. I have not yet seen the third and fourth one. Oh gosh, another kid being high maintenance. This time it's an infant, so I guess it's a little bit more understandable, but...
Oh my God! Josh, please, someone's in Kelly's room! Someone's in Kelly's room! There's someone there! Standing right there! He's standing right there!
I remember jumping so much the first time when I saw that scene. This time I did not jump because I was expecting it, but I did get chills. I'm trying to remember if he sees anything this night. What's the event that causes them to move? I'm blanking on that moment. I mean, I remember that iconic moment where Darth Maul appears right next to Dalton's hospital bed, but I don't remember if that's in this house or the next house.
You're not here with me in this situation. You're just avoiding it like everything stressful, whether it's this or parking ticket.
Oh, God, stop saying that, okay? I don't avoid...
How dare you bring up the parking ticket situation? How dare you? I paid those parking tickets. Oh, baby. Oh, this scene. This got me so good the first time I watched it. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
Josh.
No, it's not Josh. It's not Josh. That is not Josh, Renee. That is not Josh. Oh my gosh, I have chills all over me, guys. This is not a joke. I'm creeped.
He was right there, I swear!
He's like, I'm checking the windows. And the windows say you're insane. But she's not insane. I saw it too, Josh. New house. This film was sponsored by Penske. I bet after how successful they saw this movie got, I bet 2 men in a truck are kicking themselves.
Thanks.
An in-law that's actually pretty dope. That's the most shocking thing in the whole movie, probably. An in-law that's actually nice. Just kidding, in-laws, if you're watching this, I love you. Oh, this is the tiptoe through the tulips scene. Tiptoe through the tulips. Oh, crap. Not the rocking chair behind the door.
I knew I was asleep in the dream.
His mom's pretty calm explaining this dream. If I had this dream, I'd be in the fetal position.
It was standing there in the corner.
Dalton's being high maintenance again. He upgraded from walking around in his sleep to allowing himself to be possessed. Hot Pocket game is strong. I like it. I haven't had a Pocket in a few months. I used to eat one every day. It's not a joke. I had one for breakfast and lunch for a few months. Ooh, a viewfinder. What does he find? Isn't it like a little girl or something? In a dress? A little girl in a dress? Is that what he finds? Yep, that was creepy. I didn't like that. Were they twins or was it the same duplicate of herself?
Leave the light off.
Dalton, are you going to behave yourself now, or are you going to act up? Don't really know how Dalton's going to behave. He's a little unpredictable. Do you think I could find Elise on Yelp?
It's not the house that's haunted. It's your son.
It's not the house that's haunted, it's your son. I feel like that's probably one of the worst things a parent could hear, honestly. I mean, I can't come up with anything worse.
There are other entities who are malevolent and have a more insidious agenda.
They have a more insidious agenda? Huh? Guess this is one of those movies that says the movie title in the film. Add that to the list on Letterboxd.
You gotta show me that he can hear me.
Good job, Dalton. One productive thing you've done this whole movie. Appreciate it.
Okay.
They're such a sweet little couple. They're so sweet. I remember this being an intense scene. They got to the shoot and they're like, you know, this seance scene isn't intense enough. What's the most intimidating thing we could add to this scene?
Follow my voice, Dalton.
Dalton, be obedient. Follow this guy's voice. Dalton, we're serious. They also added a nice touch to this scene. Like, hey, Steven, could you use the scariest looking pencil ever? We'd appreciate it. Really add to the scene. Imagine if he was writing with just like a number 2 pencil from Staples. This would not be nearly as scary. Whoa, Dalton, language. If you get seizures, you would love this scene. Josh was haunted when he was a kid. That's why he wasn't in any Facebook photos. That's why his mom couldn't edit his photos with VSCO. Ugh, I don't like old women.
At first, I thought it was a camera problem. And then I saw her again.
Camera problem. It's a pretty big, detailed smudge.
And you are the only one that can bring him back.
Josh can save his son. Josh.
I don't know what I'm ready for. Okay.
Hypnotize me, bitch. I mean, ma'am, hypnotize me, please. I'd appreciate it. Into the further you go, Josh. You got this, Joshy Poo. Dalton, come on. Dalton, you can't make this easy for your dad.
Hello?
I don't like them. I don't like evil brides. Oh yeah, the Smiling family too. I don't like them.
Tell me where my son is. Please.
Not smiling anymore, are ya? Yep, I'd go upstairs if I was you. Yep, leave them down there. Yep. The dark attic. That's clearly much safer. Go up there, please. Thank you. Oh, fight scene. Fight the rock star. Fight the rock star. Dead him some more. Now rip that red door open. Get your son and get out of there. And rip Darth Maul's head off his neck.
Dalton?
Daddy?
Daddy's here to save your irresponsible ass. Don't be an attention whore for 5 seconds, Dalton. He fights. Yeah, there's a fight scene between Josh and Darth Maul. That's right, there is. Whoa, he didn't even touch him. Blew him back with his breath. Josh, you got your work cut out for you. Josh beat his ass. Dalton, could you be at least a little productive? Could you, like, be a decoy so your daddy could get away?
He found your son.
It'd be really nice if you had ghost GPS or something to get you back. Patrick Wilson is acting the shit out of that chair.
Josh, follow my voice.
Dalton would never, but Josh, please follow my voice. Please. Steve, look out. Steve, do not die. Steve, don't stick your hand in there. Steve, run. Come on, Josh, you can do it. Joshy.
Come on, Dad! Come on, he's my dad!
I'm
We have to go!
I'm right behind you, go.
Good job, Dalton. Helping your father. Entire VFX budget. Isn't that half of a second scene?
What do you want from me? I'm not scared of you.
Josh, I just want to marry you. I've wanted to marry you your whole life.
Get the hell away from me! Get away from me!
This movie, having seen, you know, a lot of horror movies since the first time I watched this, it's not like an amazing horror movie, but I'd say it's a really solid. The imagery really does creep me out. There was a lot of creativity and style that James Wan and the crew pulled off for a low budget and in just 3 weeks of shooting time. I would say Insidious, still one of my favorite horror movies. Not as scary on a second viewing. It's still very creepy, so it still creeps me out, even having seen it a few times. say the film definitely succeeds in that way. This is a really sad ending. Elise, why'd you have to die? How did nobody hear him screaming at the top of his lungs for 10 minutes? That is one question I have. That looks like the smallest house. You guys let me know what your favorite scene in this movie is in the comments. If this is your favorite scene, then you're a sicko. Oh, chills. I'm getting chills all over again. I'm not scared, but I'm getting chills. I'm filled with chills right now. Chills from head to toe. Oh gosh. Chills, chills, chills.
I'm right here.
Ooh, sequel material. Boom! Before you click right here on this playlist and watch all 8 Child's Play movies with me, you did not have a stroke. I said all 8 Child's Play movies. Before you do that, look at the back of my neck. It's glorious.